maybe play a song from that record.
Yeah!
The Panic in the Disco record. It was so much fun. Did anybody come see us at Madison Square Garden? Oh wow! Wasn't that? It was like being in Kiss. It was really good. It was like being in Kiss, but with the nicest leader.
It was awesome.
Really great.
It was a great time.
Like the love on stage was real. Like it really.
So energetic.
Energetic as hell, yeah. Laughing the whole time. Although I lost my backpack that night in the cab. Audrey and Isabel and JoJo were like, the guy he'll return it, he'll call it. No, he won't. But I had like weeks of per diem in there. Per diem's like money they give you that's tax free. Weeks of per diem, but I was saving up to buy my kids something, guys. Weeks of, I had my passport, my license, my backstage all access pass, everything. Anyhow. For musicians out there, you notice I like the flat five.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. I use it in Nice to Know You. When I wrote that song for Orleans, using that one. But now I use it in this next song, and when I like the original chords didn't have that, and when I put it in there, it was just. Brendan and I started laughing, and the song just unrolled as we went, which has been most fun. Some of the most fun I've ever had co-writing in my life. Nah, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and say it. It was the most fun I've ever had co-writing. We had such a good time. So,
Nice.
Told you that love on stage was real. In 1998, you bought a PC Rich. You were a master shredder from the jump. Blew them all away with the riddling kids while I was shedding through my sophomore slump. You had so many chances to become a star, but you never really cared about that. Local God, you live forever as a local God. It's even better than the thing. Local God, you live forever as a local God. It's even better than the thing you got. Local God. Woo. We signed a record deal at 17, hated by every local band. They said we never paid our dues, but what does that mean when money never changes hands? It's 2021 and I'm almost famous. You never really cared about that. Local God, you live forever as a local God. It's even better than the thing you got. Local God, you live forever as a local God. It's even better than the thing you got. Local God. We had to hire a musicologist to go through our album. We did. We had to because we were, you know, just like, yeah, do it. It was fun. Egging each other on. But it's kind of bullshit. Just because you think about like, you know, all the songs influenced by songs, like, you know, it's like, shit, I'm going to share this with you. You're going to think I'm bananas if you don't already. But I shared this with Izzy and her friend, Gabby. I was at a rest stop with John Young, who's driving me around on the tour. John Young! He runs the record label Grand Pony that puts out my stuff. And how sick is that the guy that runs the label is like, yeah, I'll get in the car with you. He's got 2 kids at home too, so, you know, but he's doing it because he loves music. And you're doing that because you love music. And this whole thing, and John turning point, John. You know, this whole thing works because we're doing it together.
Yes.
Far out, man. Far fucking out, man. What was I saying? Oh, it's kind of bullshit. Yeah, just because, like, I was at a, you know, we all share each other's music, you know? And if it's a blatant rip-off to make a ton of money, I get it. But if it's working in the song and it's fucking sick, whatever. That's how I feel about it. But, I mean, when we did that song, That Thing You Do, we ripped off, okay, this lick is from that. It feels so right, so tight. It's the same thing. And then, that's Words of Love. And then, that's the Pixies. So I came up with all that shit, and I was the one like, we'll change it when we do the movie. But nobody flagged us because whatever, who cares? It's now a new thing that was part of another new thing, and you know what I mean? So, but the whole musicologist, it's called interpolation, right? So it's a whole new branch of the music industry. You know, it's a bummer, and but artists make out sort of, but like, you ready for this one? Well, I'm not gonna do it there. We had to give Eric Carmen, he asked for 50% of a song that we wrote that doesn't sound anything like All By Myself. There's one, the musicologist is like, there's not one note I can point to, or cadence, or like there's a cluster, note clusters, the beat's different, the key, everything. The interval between this and that, there's no, but it's, people think that about his song when they hear your song. It's like, okay, but that's a lovely thing. I'm gonna keep going with these stories, okay?
Yeah.
I was like, that's a lovely thing. It's like, because they think of Eric Carmen and they realize we're like subverting the long-haired fucking whatever. We're subverting the like, oh, by myself. It's like, oh, we're subverting. So because he's saying that. I like Eric Carmen a lot, by the way. The Strawberries are great.
Raspberries.
Strawberries. No. I love Strawberries. It was a good record chain. But I know I'm going a little Lenny Bruce on you right now. But he asked for 50% of the song, and then Brendan's manager's like, nah, how about 35? I was that one bummed me out because that song's sick. If you don't know All By Yourself, check it out. It's a really good song. And that's Hand Poked Tattoo is in that song. But okay, one more story about disco and about interpolation and shit. We have a song on there called God Killed Rock and Roll. That is obviously a Queen like love letter. And we obviously sent that to the Queen surviving members. And we were like, Brendan did. And he was like, look, you know, I just want to make sure you're cool with this. We're happy to give you a share of this, you know, because we rather than write around it, we just figured we'd try and just, you know, whatever. So here it is, love you, huge fan forever, blah, blah, blah. Brian May gets back to Brendan and says, if you're asking, no, I've been following you, brother, and you know, Brendan covered Bohemian Rhapsody and stuff. And yeah, and I've been following you, brother, and great voice, I love your songs. Hey, if you're asking if we want a part of this writing, you're fucking crazy. Brian May. He's like, Freddie would love this song and he would consider it a tribute and an honor. And he literally said this, he'd be really stoked on the harmonies.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm in the middle of the song, ready? Are you Milton facing the Bellagio? Oh. Or are you teaching little kids how to rock and roll? Oh. Did you get weighed down by your heart of gold? You really only cared about that. Wonder if you had a chance to sell your soul. Did you ever kiss the money back? Did you ever kiss the devil? You live forever as a lonely God. It's even better than the thing you got. Love God, you live Is it better than the thing you know?